That's right. And greet the Mets. Bring your kiddies, bring your wife. Guaranteed to have the time of your life because the Mets are really suck the ball. Not those home runs over the wall. East side, west side, everybody's not allowed to beat the M-E-T-S Mets from New York town. Oh, the butcher and the baker and the people on the streets, where do they go? To meet the Mets. Oh, they're hollering and cheering and they're jumping in their seats. Where do they go? To meet the Mets. All the fans are true. Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Hey there, everybody. This is CP Cards and Dice, and welcome to the battle for the pennant. It's the Mets in game 143 of the 1987 season, facing off against the Cardinals. The Mets are ahead in the division by half a game. So this is very exciting. Now we're joining the action here in the top of the eighth. It's going to be Tony Pennant leading it off. We'll probably see a pinch hitter, and then it'll be the top of the order, beginning with Vince Coleman. Now I've had to, since it's a September game, I've had to print out a bunch of extra players because it's September, so the roster's expanded to 40. We're right about to get started. It's Terry Leach. He just came in for the Mets. David Cone started this game, gave up 4 runs, and he was removed after the 5th. And it was Matthews. Matthews, was it? Let's double check. Danny Cox started for the Cardinals. And we're ready to roll. Terry Leach against Tony Pennant. Use in APBA, we read the red, the larger red, and the smaller white, and we use a little plastic cup is a must. You have to, especially when you play late at night, you have to wake up everybody in the house shaking that cup. That's a must with APBA. And that's how you pronounce it, APBA versus APBA. Some people say APBA. Some people that are not, expert APBA players, they call it APBA, and that's totally a neophyte thing to do. So please correct people if they call it APBA. That's wrong. You don't want to be doing that. All right, there's going to be a pinch hitter. We're going to see who we're going to bring in here. Doug DeCinces was on this Cardinal team. He's not there right now. Morel, Ford, Landrum, Okendo. Okendo's going to come in and pinch hit. All right, let's bring that in. So Okendo's coming in. I'm using the Stratomatic sim engine because Replay PC game does not have the 87 season, so I had to switch over to the Stratomatic sim engine. I think the season cost me $25, $26, something to that effect. Sometimes they have sales, and you get them for $22 or $23. All right, Jose Okendo. He's from Rio Piedras, Puerto Rico. He's a utility type player. He plays outfield, infield, first base. He plays all over the place. Does it all, except catcher and pitcher. Doesn't have that on his card. But this is a modern type style player playing in the late 80s, 1987. Here's the pitch from Leach. Leach is a BZ. That's going to be a 22. That's going to be line center field base hit. And Dykstra plays it on a hop, and Okendo is on with a single to lead off the top of the 8th. It's 4-3. The score. Vince Coleman. And Vince Coleman's going to square. Here's the pitch from Leach. It's a 12. Uh-oh, that could be a double play. And we're hoping it is. So it's an attempted sacrifice here. The Mets are half a game ahead of the Cardinals. And right around first 25, it's a little pop-up bunt. And that goes to Carter. He guns it to second base. Oh, no, to first base. And they get the runner at first. Double play, 2-2-3. And 2 outs now with nobody on. So that's a little pop out. And runner stays on his base. He's out. It's going to be a 2-3, I guess. And we're going to need a new pitcher. New pitcher for the Cards, and depends who's coming up. It's going to be lefty. A bunch of lefties are coming up, so we're going to bring in Ricky. Let's see. Oh wait, we got Ken. What inning is it? Bottom of the 8th. We're going to bring in who's our closer here. Not totally sure who the closer is at this point. I may have to look that up. We do have a bunch of. Oh, Todd Worrell. I believe Todd Worrell is the closer, but I'm not totally sure. Let me look up the Cardinals very quickly here and see. We're in the bottom half of the 8th inning. It's 4-3 Cardinals. Mets need to come back to hold on to first place in this game. It's going to be Cardinals stats 1987. All right, let's see what happens. Who is their closer? Okay, I got their roster instead of their stats, and that's a big difference. Not their I want their stats. There it is. And I want to also make sure that Todd Worrell is available at this. Todd Worrell had 33 saves. Ricky Horton. Now let me go back to the games and make sure that Todd Worrell is available here in September at this point in the season. Let me see if we can get a game with Todd Worrell coming in. Next game. And let's see. I don't see him. I don't see him in the next game. Let me go one game after that. He is available. Blown save. Okay, good. So he's going to come in the 9th inning. So right now we're going to bring in a lefty, Kenny Daly. So Kenny Daly's going to come in. Make sure he's not tired. I don't want to overuse him. The lefty Daly's coming in. And we go to the bottom of the 8th. Here goes. Lenny Dykstra leading it off. 21, and that's going to be lifted to left. Over is Coleman towards the line. Reaches up and makes the out. 1 up, 1 down. Wally Backman, he's a switch hitter. And that's a strikeout. So Backman strikes out. That's 2 outs now for the Mets.